I think one of the things I enjoy the most every time I publish new gameplay videos, like my latest Invictus run, is reading the comments after each episode. I'm talking about the constructive comments, of course. Because even after playing this game for a gazillion hours, there's always so many new things, balance changes and mechanics added that if you don't spend all day on Discord reading Gorok's diary, well, you're gonna miss out on a lot of things. So I'm actually really enjoying all the advice I'm getting in the comments. Some of it is really good, but some of it is also really bad. So today let's review and rate everything you guys taught me so far. I know it doesn't seem like it, but wood is actually a very important resource in Gamma. It's part of a lot of crafting recipes, and generally you realize you need wood for very random stuff and you have never enough of it. I think ramrods are the best example of this. You need 4 freaking wood to craft a single ramrod, and you know what you need ramrods for? Every single weapon upgrade recipe. Even before the recent patch that removed paying for upgrades at the technician directly, I was struggling to get enough ramrods when I was doing big upgrade sessions, and now it's even more obvious. And even if you're not a role player who wants to build his own cozy hideout in the zone, I mean, it's fine, not everybody is cool, you're still gonna need at least a workbench and some boxes, and they cost a ton of wood also. So the way I've been doing it is simply buying shovels, hammers, firewood at the traders and disassembling them. It's cheap, it doesn't give you much, but it's okay. You do that every time the trader's inventory refreshes, and on top of the stuff you loot around, it's generally enough to fulfill all your wood needs. And here, a lot of people came out of the woodwork to tell me about chopping wood. And I have to admit, I had no idea you could chop wood in Gamma, so let's see the pros and cons. First, you need to buy an axe, and it's actually pretty expensive, so that's definitely a con. But let's try, let's do some chopping. Okay, the axe gets damaged very quickly, that's bad. You get very hungry and thirsty too, that's bad also. You also get sleepy. This honestly can either be annoying or useful. If you want to go to bed at night and you're not tired enough and you don't want to drink 15 vodkas or take sleeping pills, that's actually kinda nice. So let's say sleep increase is neither good or bad. And you get a little bit of wood as a result. I mean, that's good, but it's really a little, so I mean it's kind of bad also. The fun thing is you don't even need a tree, you can chop anywhere. You can chop wood from your bed if you want to. Let's say that's a pro. So anyways, chopping trees to get wood? 2 out of 10. I'm gonna stick to the way I was doing before. Okay, we all know that meds are pretty expensive in Gamma and you don't want to waste them if you can. Enter the Scar artifact, where you can trade your life for a little bit of healing. I swear, the amount of people telling me to use this artifact sound like they'll never use it. This shit will kill you. So yes, it will make you do some stupid stuff like fire your weapon, throw grenades and stuff, so you just unequip everything before you use it and voila, free healing, right? Wrong. When everything goes well, the artifact will drain your psi health to regenerate your regular health. You need to keep an eye on your psi health because if it goes to 0 you die, but besides this, it's all good. Well, it doesn't happen often, but if you use this artifact on a regular basis, it will happen to you. Listen to this sound. When you hear this, you're most likely fucked. If you remove the artifact very fast from your belt, you have a tiny chance, like in this example, to stop the process, but most of the time, your psi health is gonna drain until you die, and there's nothing you can do about it. Technically, if you manage to damage yourself when it happens, you have a chance to stop it, but just a chance, it doesn't work every time. Jump from a high place, eat some raw mutant meat, whatever can damage you a little bit, but you can see how unreliable and impractical this is. The only way when this happens is to die or to save scum. And I don't like save scumming. I'm a recovering addict, I don't want to fall into it again. So for all the people telling me to use this, especially in an Iron Man run, no, thank you. I'll stick to healing by the campfire. It's safe, and if you have a signet, it's actually pretty fast. Actually, the real tip is here. Use a signet at a campfire to heal, it's the best. So, healing with a scar artifact, 1 out of 10. But 9 out of 10 if you're a safe scummer, I guess. Having a ball artifact equipped lets you kick mutants. Just use your action key, it should be F by default. I wouldn't do this on fast mutants, like it's dumb to do it on cats, like here, you're gonna get destroyed, but on slower mutants like zombies, you can kill them easily without wasting any ammo. And we all know how precious ammo is in Gamma. I never ever use this mechanic, so thank you for reminding me. And the bigger the mutant gets, the more ball you're gonna need to stack in your belt to be able to kick them. Is it gonna change your life? No, not really, but it's a cool thing to know you can do, I guess. So kicking mutants? 4 out of 10. Okay, this one I got criticized a lot for never doing, and you guys are absolutely right. So you shoot some boys, you loot them, and sometimes you will find PDAs on their bodies. The most effective way to do things is first read the PDAs. They have a chance to give you stash coordinates. I mean, it makes sense, you have a lot of stash coordinates in your own PDA, so why not other stalkers? And stash coordinates in Gamma are the core of the gameplay loop, aka they're super important. Some PDAs will be encrypted, you can pay the technician to unlock them. I'd say it's generally worth it. Best case scenario, you get a stash coordinate like us right now. Worst case, you can still sell it for information and recoup some of the money. When you're done checking everything, don't forget to equip back your own PDA, by the way. After that, it's up to you. First, remove the batteries inside, because, well, free batteries, and sell them to someone who buys them for the info inside. It can be good money, and look at this, we even got another stash coordinate out of it. Or you can just disassemble them. I'd say only do that if you really need some of the parts, but it can still be useful. Yeah, I know I disassembled my own PDA. I mean, this time it was on purpose, but I can't say I've never done it on accident either. Anyways, so reading PDAs, yeah, it's a good 7 out of 10. Okay, this one is a small one, but hey, let's be real, this list hasn't been mind-blowing so far anyways. Let's say you want to grab some juicy artifact, but it's just a bit too far in a dangerous anomaly. Yes, I know this is a bad example because here I could just throw a bolt to pop the electro anomaly and quickly grab it, but let's just play along. So let's say right here is the closest I can get, which is still a bit too far to grab it. If I crouch, still nothing. If I low crouch though, suddenly it's possible to get it. Don't ask me why, something to do with your grab distance being linked to your eyes or something. Anyways, if you low crouch, you can grab a little bit further away. It can be useful for some hard to reach stashes in some situations too. I still think that shooting artifacts, I mean the perk ones, is generally more useful to move them in a place you can grab them safely, and it doesn't damage them by the way. But hey, so crouching for extra grabbing, 3 out of 10. Textolite and to a lower extent mil-spec textiles are pretty rare and in a lot of crafting recipes. If you find yourself always needing more, you can disassemble Zviezda glue and Russak oil to get some components. Russak oil is by far the cheapest, you have more charges per item so you can get more out of it, but if you're really struggling, the glue is fine too. Both are really cheap and sold by the level 1 technician. I didn't know that and it saved me so many times. So yeah, if you want to upgrade your gear, that's a really good tip. 9 out of 10. Okay, let's rapid fire some stuff. You know the mean looking anomalous moss that hangs in some places? It actually doesn't damage you if you walk through it. It will only hurt you if you run through it. Walking is fine. I generally avoid them altogether, so that's probably the reason I never noticed, but hey, it can still be useful. 6 out of 10. You don't need the Hunter's Kit equipped as a backpack to get the extra mutant parts bonus. It can just sit in your inventory while you use a better backpack. Having to equip it for the bonus is actually a gameplay option, but it's off by default. So yeah, just add it to favorites and keep it in your inventory, it's not heavy anyway. By the way, to highlight your favorites, mod config menu, sorting plus, highlight favorites. So Hunter's Kit in backpack, yeah, 7 out of 10, I'm feeling generous. Okay, 3 quick tips for all the loot goblins out there. If a stash is empty and you use the move all button, it will transfer your entire inventory to it, bypassing the weight limit. You won't be able to add new items on top of it while you're over the limit, you will have to transfer everything back and forth again, but it's pretty useful early game to stash a lot of loot before you're able to craft more boxes. The best way to have your companion carry your loot is to fill his inventory with small items, and when you reach the limit of what he can carry, remove something and add your heaviest item to his inventory. It's a very useful way to go over his carry limit, leaving you more room in your inventory to carry whatever you want. By the way, companions can carry artifacts without them being in containers. It's really useful to have them carry them for you if you don't have anything to store them or you don't want to be irradiated. This is of course not the end-all be-all of Gamma tips, you can check some of my older videos for a lot of other good stuff, but this was the main things you guys noticed I didn't do enough in my latest playthrough, so I figured I'd share the love for people who might not already know all this. Okay, cheers guys, see you in the next one.